Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Jared Lee, and I'm joined, as usual, by my lovely wife, Jamie Lee. So, Jamie, how you doing?
I am doing well, Jared. How are you?
I'm doing well. Well, I should say usually Jamie hosts the Universal show, but allergies and all of that are kind of holding her back. So I'm going to host it this week, or this episode. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Because you always ask me a question.
I do.
So my question would be, out of all of them, and I think I probably know your answer, and what we're going to talk about today, this makes sense. Out of all of the Jurassic Park movies, which one is your favorite? Not necessarily the best movie, but it was like your personal favorite.
Oh, I'd have to be the original.
Okay, if you take the original out then.
Oh, gosh.
Because I feel like the original is the obvious one, but like once you get that one out of the way, it's like, which one is your favorite? Because in my opinion, diminishing returns a bit.
Well, if I can't pick the Jurassic Park, the original one from like 93, I would have to go with Jurassic World.
In terms of just being fun?
Yeah, like it's a good time. Like, usually the original movies are always the best anyway. Like you're learning about the characters, you're learning about the world. Like there's a lot of things, almost like origin stories to cover. And so like that's always interesting to learn about. And yeah, there's action, there's drama, I feel like it's a good story.
Chris Pratt.
Also a bonus there. But yeah, out of all of the other ones, like the other sequels, like Jurassic what was it called? The Lost World? And Jurassic Park, The Lost World. I think is the second one.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the third one's name. But those two, they were not the best. Then
the second Jurassic Park, I think it was Lost World.
The Lost World.
It is a movie that it makes no sense. Like if you've seen the first one and you go to the second one, it's a completely different movie. Like it's like Jeff Goldblum's character like is nothing like he was in the first one. It's just weird. It's a very odd. I remember I watched it not that long ago. Not good. And I just watched it to get through it, but yeah. Was not nearly as good as the first one, obviously.
Yeah, and we saw Jurassic World. What was the second one?
So, okay, here's the Jurassic Park movies. You got the first one, then you have Lost World, then you have Jurassic Park 3, then you have Jurassic World, then you have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and Jurassic World Dominion.
That's right. Fallen Kingdom, didn't care for. World Dominion. Yeah, Jurassic World Dominion.
Was not good. There were moments in that one where it was obvious that like there was a part where I think Chris Pratt grabs a dinosaur. It's like the one that spits in your face, and you can clearly tell it was a puppet head.
Oh.
And they left it in. I remember pausing it.
Really?
Oh, you could totally tell.
Oh, dang.
Chris Pratt also acted like he did not want to be there. It was a weird movie.
It was interesting.
But they brought back the original cast.
I think that's why it was weird. Because they were trying to like make it all make sense with them. Yeah.
And Jeff Goldbluming was Jeff Goldbluming all over the place.
As he knows how to do. So I like Jurassic World if I can't pick the first original Jurassic Park. Because I was 9 when that movie came out. And when I saw it, I was like, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Oh, I remember.
Fantabulous.
The thing is, fantabulous, you say.
Yes.
The thing is, the special effects actually hold up pretty well.
Oh my gosh.
To this day.
Yes.
It's kind of wild. But yeah, I remember just seeing that and just being like, oh my. But what's so interesting is the first one obviously is like, it didn't, like it took itself serious, but it was like still had like this air of, this is kind of fanciful, whatever. But like the other ones that followed it were just they're not serious. It's just such an interesting tone. But yeah.
I wonder if it had anything to do with Steven Spielberg.
Well, it could have something to do with that.
He's pretty good at what he does, you know what I mean? Especially in the 90s. I was
going to say, he had a good run there in the 80s and 90s.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
I think I would probably agree. Jurassic World was fun, but the other one since then, I think I laughed out loud during Fallen Kingdom.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
You did.
But anyways, well, I asked you that question because today we do have some news we're going to talk about real quick. Sure. And then we are going to do another edition of, we kind of go through like the lands of Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, like a 101. Like
Universal 101.
Yeah. So today we're doing Jurassic Park Land 101. Everything you need to know if you're looking forward to going here. And you got maybe some kids who love dinosaurs, like our son.
Or adults that like dinosaurs.
True. But our son loves some dinosaurs. So... Yes. It's a good thing to know if you got some kids or yourself going. So we're going to talk about that today. Okay. But before we get to the news, I just want to remind everybody, if you want to watch us over on YouTube or if you're currently watching us on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. And if you do want to watch us over there, we're at CTM Podcast over on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on good old trusty audio form, this good old podcast. Please or subscribe to the channel and or the feed, whatever you want to call it, and leave us a review. We'd greatly appreciate it. And you want even more content, you can check out Club 32, which is our private group where we have more content. We have live streams. We have a private Facebook group, private Discord. You get 20% off of CTM apparel and 1901 candle companies year round. There's meetups. There is the Cool Kids Kitchen live stream. We do in-park live streams, we stay at hotels. We do walkthroughs of the rooms, all sorts of stuff. It's a great community, and it's a way if you want to contribute to the show. That's the best way to do that. So if you want to go check that out, you can go to ctmvip.com. We have monthly or yearly options, and you can even do a free trial if you'd like to do that. Test the waters out and see if they're for you. And if you do a yearly one, you get a free t-shirt. So either way, you get something for free. So again, if you want to check that out, ctmvip.com is where you go for that. So all right, well, let's get to the news. The first one, and we were going to try this in person, but
we still will.
We will. Allergies they're bad this year, and so Jamie's had a real rough go. So I kind of was like, let's not push it because let's just.
Well, we were going to go today. Today is Sunday. We were going to go today, and I'm just having a hard time. So we're like, we'll just give it a few days and see if I'm better later in the week.
Get this pollen to calm down a little bit, but. We were going to go try this out because Butterbeer season is upon us, and there's a lot more Butterbeer offerings in the parks.
Yeah, so from March 15th to April 30th, Butterbeer offerings will be available at both Universal Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood. Here in Florida, there is a souvenir stein that's served with your Butterbeer, and there are limited time Butterbeer caramels, which, based on what I've seen already with people that have gotten it, are very good. So that makes me excited because I love caramel and I love butterbeer. So best of both worlds. But just a reminder, you can get butterbeer in 6 ways. You can get it cold. You can get it frozen. You can get it hot. Hot is now year round. That changed I think last year. You can get it in ice cream form. You can get potted cream, which I've never had.
I do want to try that one.
Should we try that?
It sounds like it'd be really good.
Let's get potted cream next time. Let's just do it.
Fine. Okay.
And then fudge. So right now there are 7 ways with the caramels out, but there's usually 6 ways you can get.
You also have the ice cream.
I said that.
Oh, you said ice cream? Okay, I thought you didn't say that.
Yeah.
No, butterbeer, I love it. I think I've had it hot.
I think we've had it all ways except for the potted cream.
Yeah. It's really good. I think my least favorite is probably the fudge at this point.
Well, we had it last time. A couple months ago. I got the butterbeer fudge, and it was very sweet.
Well, that's my issue, especially with Universal fudge. And I don't care for most fudge out in the world, but especially Universal's, it seems to be overly sweet, and I just don't like super super sweet stuff. So I think fudge is my least favorite. Probably my favorite is still. It might be ice cream. Ice cream is really good. It might be my favorite, but yeah. Either way.
It's our daughter's favorite.
I mean,
and our son's probably.
Who doesn't like it? Well, last time we got it, we didn't think he'd like it, and he downed the ice cream. So
he loved it. Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna check that out soon. And the beer, the Butterbeer beer stein, what are you gonna call it? That looks interesting. So I might get that as well.
I mean, you get the Butterbeer free with the stein, so
it's a deal. And you have a stein you can use later on.
Well, it's similar to what they had. I want to say it was last year or 2 years ago, maybe. It looks similar, but it is a little bit different. So
yeah, yep, indeed. So, all right, the next story we have is that graduation time is near this time of year, and Universal is holding Grad Bash and Grad Venture events.
Yeah, this is Jared's favorite time of year.
Oh I love it.
So Grad Bash, which is the graduation of high schoolers, is Friday, April 12th, Saturday, April 13th, Friday, April 19th, Saturday, April 20th, and Friday, April 26th. Grad Ventures, which is the graduation of middle schoolers, that's Friday, May 3rd, Friday, May 10th, Saturday, May 11th, and Friday, May 17th. And all of the parks close early on these days. I think they close at 6. We have been at Universal during Grad Bash events where all the kids are there, and it is extra hormony.
It's one way to put it.
Yeah.
You can also put it, and I'll just say, if you have a child this age or going to this, I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they're wonderful. But in general, I think mine and most people's reactions to being at Universal during Grad Bash would simply be,
"No, God!
You love that one.
God, please, no!"
Just saying. I think that's a pretty common reaction if you weren't aware of it and you're like, oh no.
You know how teenagers behave themselves when their parents and
Listen,
adults aren't around. You know how they do. You know how they do
yes,
that?
I'm very aware.
No,
yeah,
no.
I understand. This sounds like old man get off my yard or get off my lawn. Here's the thing: when I was in high school, I didn't like high schoolers. When I was in college, I didn't like college kids. So I've kind of always been this way. Just gotten a little bit more, it's so I don't think anything's changed on that front. So if you were told me in high school, you want to go hang out with a bunch of other high schoolers? Not really. I don't think I'd rather do that. So
just gonna go over here and be old.
Listen, the old people, they eat on time. They know what they want. They're not trying to impress you. They're just like, hey, they go about their business and they're fine. So, all right, just keep that in mind if you're heading to Universal or thinking about heading to Universal. So, also there is a new shopping promo where if you buy if you buy a $300 gift card, you will get a free interactive wand.
Yeah, so they had a similar promo like this. I believe it was end of last year or in the fall. But I think you had to spend, it was either 100 or 150 or something like that for a free wand, but it was not interactive. Yeah. So this is a 300 one with an interactive wand, and there are 4 you could choose from. And the fact that they're putting this interactive wand as a thing to get with the gift card, it just lends to the fact that I think we had talked about this a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, that they are going to push all of the wands that are at the parks now out, and they're going to bring in some new improved ones. With different technology and stuff like that. And of course the price I'm sure will go up. But right now an interactive wand is $65. So you're going to get that free with your gift card if you buy it.
I mean, if you're wanting to get a wand anyways, and let's say for sure you were going to spend $300, because you don't get like 5% off of the $300. Like you can't, like sometimes with Disney stuff, you can get 5% off at Costco and places like that all the time.
You can't do that at Universal.
So it's not like you're going to do that with this, but if you knew ahead of time you were going to spend $300 no matter what, and you wanted a wand, not a bad deal for that. I don't know if I'd spend $300 just to get the wand.
No.
But, if you're thinking about there. But yeah, so you can do that. That is going on right now. All right, that's all the, I guess you'd just say current park news. We do have some rumors and a real quick Epic Universe update. So the rumor real quick is, what do we have, Jamie?
So the rumor, this is not a rumor. There has been a trademark that has been filed for the name of the new Lagoon show that's supposed to be going into Universal Studios.
That they've been working on for a bit.
Yeah, so the name that they trademarked is Sensational, a Symphonic Spectacular. And sensational is spelled CINE, like cinema, cine.
I get it.
Get it?
I get it.
So that's the name, but the rumor around here is that it will be a drone. It will use drones.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So yeah, Disney had just announced that they're doing a show at Disney Springs with drones. So I feel like we're just going to get a lot of drones.
Well, if you look, there's some shows like in some shows Israeli in China that use drones that are incredible looking. There was one that was like a dragon in the sky. So I think the technology there probably comes down to cost.
Oh yeah,
and also using drones. Like again with theme parks, they can't be above people.
That is a rule.
I'm pretty sure they'll probably launch those from the lagoon there and keep them above the lagoon. But I've said for a while, Universal has always lacked a nighttime show that is really. They've had one, but it hasn't been something that it's not like a Happily Ever After where people just wait around for it, really excited for it. They've never really had that. I don't know if this will be that. I kind of hope it's something along those lines. My guess would be they're going to save that type of big show for probably Epic Universe with what they're going to do over there. But I think each one, like you've got over at Islands of Adventure, you do have the one on Hogwarts that they project onto the castle over there. So I feel like studios could use something. So I'm curious about this show, see how big it is and all that. And the last thing we have, like we said, Epic Universe updates. So I'll be doing a video this week on some of the latest updates as Bio reconstructs he's the one that gets a lot of the aerial photos. He goes up in a helicopter and I'm pretty sure he's harnessed in and hangs out of a helicopter to get pictures. Dedication.
Yeah.
I would not want to do that personally, but there are some things. So one of the things we can update about is, the in-park construction, obviously it moves around very quickly. The in-park hotel, Helios Grand Hotel, it's really coming along. They're even starting to do some of the exterior theming that's happening there. Uh-huh. And that's I'm very curious. That's a hotel I'm very curious about in general, is as that one gets built. But also Starfall Racers, which is the dual racing coaster, is doing ride testing right now.
Yeah.
And some of the footage of it, that thing looks intense.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I
mean, I will look from afar and say that looks really cool. But
Yes, you will.
but there's also like How to Train Your Dragon Land. There's the boat ride in there. They filled it with water, and we have got some glimpses of the boat they're going to use in there.
Okay.
Which that one is just one of those slow moving. I think Silver City has one of those even, where you just ride through and you can squirt people with water. People looking out can squirt you. So it's just very much like a family friendly ride there.
Yeah.
I think, and like most of the rides are in ride testing right now. The only thing that we really don't know still about is whatever is going to be the main attraction in Harry Potter. They haven't come out and said. The rumor has been for a long time it's an elevator.
Tight-lipped on that, aren't they?
They've been very tight-lipped. The rumor for a long time, it's obviously going to revolve around Ministry of Magic, but it's some sort of elevator style ride. There's some rumors out there, but they haven't come out and said. So that one, I don't know when they'll announce that, but we know mostly everything else. So most of the stuff's in ride testing, like Yoshi Adventure over in Super Nintendo World is under ride testing, and Super Nintendo World looks awesome. It's Mount Beanpole and all that stuff. I mean, it's coming along just how it looked like in the video game and everywhere else.
Yep.
And they also did see. Now, I didn't see the. You read BioReconstruct said that they did announce or figured out that they're going to use. They're going to have dedicated bus lanes from City Walk to and from City Walk to Universal, or to Epic Universe.
Yeah, that's what he had mentioned, and I was just in a tweet. He said that there was going to be dedicated bus lanes in the middle, just kind of like Disney has around Disney Springs.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Same kind of thing. So, I mean, that's great because it's almost 4 miles away.
Yes.
From, I believe, City Walk to Epic Universe. So, I mean, it's not super close, but it's not super far away. I mean, it would take, 15 minutes?
Walking. Yeah. So, I mean, it's 3.5 miles.
Yeah.
It's the thing is, Epic Universe isn't a long ways away from Universal Studios, but it's not like, especially when you terms of like, let's say like Disney World, things are way more spread out than there, but you're dealing with a lot of just traffic.
So much more traffic over there.
And when Epic Universe is there, that's one thing too. I'm like, traffic in that area is going to be just a nightmare.
Well, they are working on the roadways
They
now.
are.
They are.
They are. But I think a dedicated bus lane is a big perk for staying at Universal property, because it'll just be like, yeah, you can get to and from Epic Universe and not have to deal with the traffic.
Yeah.
And we'll just take you there. We're going to have dedicated bus lanes. So to me, that's a giant perk to be able to like just be like, take me there. I don't want to deal with this.
Exactly.
Get it out of there. Now, I think as well, it's going to be electric is what
Interesting.
They had posted. So I think his tweet here says, this is BioReconstruct again on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, said, on electric bus depot site seen here near Terra Luna, electric buses plan to connect UOR, which is Universal Orlando, lodging with Epic Universe, traveling in exclusive median lanes in Kirkman Road. So I don't know if it'll be dedicated lanes all the way from City Walk. It could be, because that's if they would have to redo all those roads in the next year. I don't know if they're going to do that, but I think part of it will be. So I think that's one of the questions has been, how is transportation going to be? And at this point, obviously they're not going to build a gondola system and things like that. So looks like dedicated bus lanes be the way to go with that.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, construction's going well. I'm going to go through all the pictures, so I'll probably have a video out this week. But as it typical fashion with Epic Universe, the construction is going very quickly. Yeah,
we have a little over a year left.
And they just said 2025. They've said for a long time before this last update they did that it would be summer of 25, and then they just said in 2025. So it does leave it open to potentially being earlier than the summer, or it could be later. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. Also, tons of trees. They just keep adding trees. Lots of trees. In fact, so many trees, it's going to be really hard to see some of the construction progress, because
good.
They're legitimately.
I want to be a little surprised.
Well, I do too, but it's like they're legitimately adding like what looks like forests. Like it's going to be a lot of trees. So that part, I'm very excited about, having a theme park that's not just a concrete jungle.
Yeah,
that's there. So, all right. Well, that's all the updates about Epic Universe at this moment, and that is all that we have for the news and rumors portion of the show.
Yes.
So we will move on and talk about Jurassic Park Land 101. So, what is Jurassic Park Land, Jamie?
Well, Jurassic Park is the land that celebrates all things Jurassic Park.
You don't say.
I don't say.
Okay.
It's located at the back of Islands of Adventure Park between the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade and Skull Island. So it's pretty much when you walk in the park, it is directly at the very back.
Yes.
It is an original land to the park. So it has made a few additions and changes in the last 25 years, but most of what's there was there when it was built.
Yeah, it's a little surprising with, when it was built, obviously, the Jurassic Park didn't have any new movies coming out at that time. I don't believe.
It was 99. So it would have been maybe the third one.
Maybe, but not like wildly successful at that point. Like obviously the first one's the big one. So with the recent Jurassic Park movies, they've done some stuff. They have added some things to it, but they haven't done as much as maybe you think they could, especially given like Jurassic World had that like theme park, like a whole concept to it with the dinosaurs. Like that lends itself to doing a lot of kind of cool stuff in a theme park. They haven't done anything with it yet, but maybe they will eventually. But so we'll go through the attractions right now. So the biggest one and the one that most people get the most excited for is Velocicoaster. So,
well, this is what the Universal says about Velocicoaster.
Okay.
So it says, feel the rush of the hunt. Speeding through the jungle, rising high above the terrain, it's the apex predator of roller coasters, the Jurassic World Velocicoaster. Now you can board your vehicle for a high-speed dash through the park's Raptor paddock. Paddock? Is that how you say it?
I believe
Paddock? So. Feel the rush of the hunt as you race alongside these nimble predators, twisting and soaring above the land and water.
That is what they say. So the story of this ride is that it takes place right before the events of Jurassic World. And the Indominus Rex exhibit is slightly delayed. So Claire Deering, you might remember her.
I do remember her.
The opposite of Chris Pratt.
Yes, she does appear in the ride as well.
And in the ride, neither one of them have any chemistry together still.
Still none.
Still none.
Still none.
Negative.
Nope, nothing. Nothing at all.
They really don't have any chemistry together.
Can't stand it.
So Claire Deering designs a new ride in the middle of the Raptor paddock. Of course she does. Owen Grady, Chris Pratt, of course thinks this is a bad idea.
Because he knows raptors.
He does know raptors.
Yes.
Then what it say? The queue area and stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't ridden this, obviously. Jamie has.
So the queue takes you through a bunch of stuff about the raptors. Like there's little shrines to them, and then it takes you through
shrines to them.
There's like statues and stuff of them, of the four.
Okay.
And then it takes you through the raptor stables, where you'll see Delta and Echo. Now you don't see Blue and Charlie. They're not in there. But you do see those two. Which you're like, where are the other two? You also have an area of the queue where you can see them running by, like the raptors running by you, and then they like stop and then like smell and the steam on the quote unquote on the windows and stuff. That's a very cool part. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
And I was gonna say it's the fastest and tallest launch roller coaster in Orlando. You launch to 70 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. And you do feel every bit of that. You have a 155 tall top hat, and it crosses over and under itself about 40 times. There are 4 inversions, one in which is a barrel roll that occurs only a few feet from the lagoon. And, you are secured in your seat with just a hip lap bar.
That's the part that's really interesting to me. I mean, other than I don't care to go 70 miles an hour in 2.4 seconds in a roller coaster and all that other stuff, but just the lap bar itself. But it does. I mean, people that love roller coasters love this ride. They talk about it all the time.
It's amazing. I've done it. I think I've done it 3 times now, and I have to kind of, as you know about me, if you listen to the show long enough, you'll know that I have a lot of motion sickness issues. And so when I ride this, I have to prepare, like full prepare. I have to make sure like I take like ginger. I have to make sure that I have either Dramamine or Bonine. Like I have to drink a lot of water. Like I have to prepare. So it's rare that I would ride this when we're there. Like I do ride it, but it opened in 2021 and it's 2024 and I rode it 3 times. So
yeah,
it's very sparingly. So,
but you do enjoy it.
I love it. I do.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's great.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's the newest edition in Jurassic Park Land.
Yes.
The next one is Jurassic Park River Adventures, which has been there for a while. So the description of this one is it's lunchtime and you're on the menu. 1 minute you're gliding along in your raft. The next you're face to face with a giant T-Rex. There's nowhere to turn. She's bearing down on you, and the only escape is from her razor sharp teeth is to take a pitch black plunge before you. Did we mention it's an 85-foot drop? And it's basically like it's a lagoon ride essentially with a, dinosaur theme to it.
Yeah, you floated along in the herbivore containment area. You observe the Ultrasaurus, the Psittacatosaurus, and the Stegosaurus. And then your boat is bumped off course, and you're taken into the Raptor containment area, and all heck breaks loose.
Oh, no.
To get to safety, you have to go through the Environment Systems building. Up, 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 up. You see raptors. Things are just going crazy haywire. And then right after you see the T-Rex, you drop 85 feet down.
It's a pretty steep drop.
Yep.
But yeah, you'll get wet on this one.
You will.
So the boats are free floating. There's no track. It has 1.5 million gallons of water in the ride, if you were curious.
And they do recycle that, by the way.
Yes, they do.
They don't just bring in of course. They don't bring 1 million gallons of water in.
No, every day. They got some people.
That's a silly thing to say.
Just got people on the side. It's like, bring on in the water. It's fun.
I'm like, here's your sign to me now.
It keeps people employed. It's good.
Yeah.
It's all good. And the last ride we have in here is Pteranodon Flyers. So this is located in Camp Jurassic, which is the kids' play area.
Which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yes. So the description, not the definition again, is it's an easy air glide just for kids, taking flight beneath the 10-foot wings of the Pteranodon.
Guys, this is like the 5th time I've had to correct him.
It starts with a P, okay?
Yeah.
Pteranodon.
Yeah.
Little adventurers will get an amazing view of all the theme park excitement below. They'll slowly roar and gently swing through the air in comfy seat suspended from a track above. With no sudden or scary movements, this ride is perfect for younger guests not ready for the big kid thrills. So the thing about this ride is it is not for adults. It is strictly for kids. So if a kid can be with an adult, but 2 adults cannot ride together.
Yes. It is basically between the heights of 36 inches to 56 inches, and then you can have an adult accompany you. But 2 adults, nope. And they are very strict about that.
Yes.
So don't even try.
Yeah.
Don't even try. So like our daughter, she's 51 or 52 inches now. Something like that. So she still qualifies to ride it. Our son can also ride it too. I don't think he has yet, but they can both ride it right now, and we can ride it with them. But once she hits like 57 inches, then she would only be able to ride it with like her little brother. She couldn't ride it with us anymore. Yeah, which is crazy because she's almost at that point.
Well, the rumor reason for this is this thing would break down a lot, and it's a weight issue. That this is an older attraction, and they just turned it. It used to be anybody could ride this, and it kept breaking down. So now it's become a kids attraction.
Yeah.
I personally don't care for this one. Granted, I don't like heights, but. If you're thinking you there's one seat in front of the other one, so you can't like sit next to your child. And there is some like rough stops to this thing, personally speaking, but it's not a bad ride. It glides around. It kind of does some turns. You can see some cool views from up there. But if you're curious about how it is set up, if you got a little one that's maybe a little nervous about this, they're not going to be able to sit next to you, which is why our son hasn't done it, because he would want us to sit next to him.
Yeah, we just don't trust that he would sit still.
I think he would potentially knowing your kid, he could get a little upset. So that's just something to know about this, but that is an option as a ride here if you got a little one there. And the last one here we have is the Raptor Encounter. So this is a pretty cool thing. So basically there is an animatronic raptor that you can quote meet.
Very lifelike.
Very lifelike. It took a liking to Jamie when we first met. When we first did this, it was actually in testing phase. This is before they actually had they have a specific spot for it now. But back then, it was like 2015-ish time period, 2014.
Yes.
This was like a temporary place.
So the movie came out, Jurassic World came out in June of 2015, and we went in September of 2015. So this was still like you said, still new thing. This was in the area right where you can view the Velocicoaster coming by. Like it looks like it's like, again, the paddocks are out there. Mm-hmm. So it's in that area, and it was just like a makeshift area they just put in there to do it. But it's very cool. It's very cool. I would encourage anybody to do it if you haven't done it before, just to see like how it's very lifelike.
It's a cool photo op too.
Yeah.
Now when they're sometimes, and we have done this before, if for whatever reason the regular raptor is not working, they will do quote a baby raptor or that they hold, and it's obviously just a hand puppet.
It's a puppet.
That one's pretty lame, if I'm being honest. It's okay. Like,
But
you've got
the kids are convinced.
the kids will like it, but if you're thinking you want this cool like raptor picture, like, it's not the same. But this whole thing is like you've got an Owen type character who's like the raptor wrangler that, you know, like the raptor, hey, calm down over here. Like, they're, you know, the raptor might be out of control sort of thing. So that's what that is. It's a cool experience.
Yeah.
It sometimes can get 40+ minute waits though. Like, it's a pretty popular thing. So if you want to do this, they only do it at specific times.
Yeah, it's not open late or anything.
Yeah,
so
you kind of watch.
yeah.
It's kind of like more of a show, in a way. It's like a hybrid thing because it's got specific times it does it, and it's not open all the time.
I mean, it's open. It's open fairly regularly from park open till like, I don't know, like 5.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there.
Something like that. It just it depends on the day.
If you want to do this, I would just aim to do this earlier. In the day, would be my guess. So, all right, well, that's all the rides in the land. Let's go through the dining options that we have in here.
Dining.
So, we've got a few in here. Actually, quite a few. You have a Pizza Predatoria. I think I said that correctly.
Predatoria.
So this is an outdoor quick service restaurant. Mobile order obviously is available. Serves lunch and dinner, and it has what you might guess, pizza and salads.
Yeah, that's one of those that you could just walk up and order, and then there's outdoor seating.
Yeah.
So and I haven't heard really anything especially amazing about this place, but I mean the pizza looks decent. They have different kinds.
I would say it's your general quick service, you know, pizza fare, which is like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Then there's also the Burger Digs. This is an indoor quick service restaurant located on the top floor of the Discovery Center building. Mobile order available and does serve lunch and dinner. And it is, of course, burgers, chicken sandwiches, milkshakes, fries, and onions, as one does.
Onion rings, sir.
Sorry, onion rings, as one does when a dinosaur-themed restaurant, because dinosaurs would clearly eat cheeseburgers and stuff.
Well, listen, dinosaurs ate the cow.
It's true.
Remember?
I'm not saying they wouldn't eat it. I'm just saying, you know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I mean, that's what's there.
Dinosaurs like potatoes, right?
I think they'll probably eat just about anything, if I were to guess. But they would probably prefer the meat, if I were to look at the movies as examples here.
Yes.
There's also Thunder Falls Terrace, and this is an indoor and outdoor quick service located next to Jurassic Park River Adventure. Mobile orders available, serves lunch and dinner, and it has like rotisserie chicken, barbecue ribs, rice bowls, salads, and turkey legs.
This I have been here before. It's been a long time, but I do want to try it again because I have heard good things about this place. Like I've heard it's like a decent quick service place.
I have too, actually, but we haven't had much of the stuff in here really. But
I know it's mostly a pass through for us.
Yeah,
sometimes. But anyway, so I think that it's a good spot, and it's really pretty. So like when you're sitting inside, you can't really see very well, but like you may be able to see a little bit of the drop from River Adventure.
Yeah,
it's like right there.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it may not be a very good view, but it's nice in there. So
it's a view, yeah.
It's a view.
We also have the Watering Hole. This is a walk-up spot, and it's located to the left as you walk into the land from Hogsmeade. Mobile order is not available here, and it serves cocktails, beer, wine, and non-alcoholic drinks.
But it is so busy all the time.
Very busy.
All the time.
And that's why they have a lot of the souvenir. They've had some souvenir cups that have been Jurassic Park themed for. This is where they'll have those usually. So you can get those here. And then there's various kiosks and walk-up spots throughout the land. So you've got popcorn stands that obviously serve popcorn, roasted almonds, churros, hot dog stand, natural selection stand.
That serves a guava. Remember that guava pastry I told you about?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, like again, pretzels and hot dogs and stuff.
So stuff like that. So that's all your food options, which actually is quite a few food options and not a huge land.
Yeah.
So if you're hungry, that's not a bad place to go into.
Got to get your churros in Jurassic Park.
Got to get those churros.
They're known for that, right?
I heard the Raptors are really good at those.
I love dinosaur churros.
I mean, kind of like dino nuggets for kids, dino churros.
Dino churros.
All right, there is actually quite a few kids play areas that are in this land as well, as one might think, because kids love dinosaurs. So you have the Jurassic Park Discovery Center.
This is I'm just going to read what Universal says. Unearth the mysteries of our planet's prehistoric past at this interactive center where dinosaurs have been brought back to coexist with humans. Test your DNA. Play You Bet Jurassic and marvel at towering T-Rex fossils. You can even examine dinosaur eggs in the nursery where baby velociraptors are ready to hatch. So it does say that there. I did hear that they had taken the dinosaur eggs out. I don't know if that's temporary, but I know that they did take it out. But our son loves going here. He loves seeing the dinosaurs like out, like looking at them. They're just, I mean, obviously they're fake, but like it's just.
I mean, the interactive stuff's a bit dated.
Oh, for sure.
But it is still fun. So yeah, I mean, if kids love dinosaurs, there's plenty to see and do. He does love it in there.
This looks like the building from the movie, like from the first movie when they drive up and they go in like the lobby area. That's what it looks like on the outside.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. And there's also Camp Jurassic. So this is a large play area with slides, caves, water features, suspension nets, etc. And I hate this play area. The reason I hate it is because, and I don't like, there's some of these play areas that do this. And as a parent, if you're not a parent, you probably won't understand this very much. Maybe you will. But whenever you have a little and like you're walking with him and you go down a slide, there's a lot of these, you go into an area that you cannot see. And there's one time specifically our daughter went down and she was a few years younger. And she went down and
she was like 3.
She was like, she was 3. And she got to the bottom and I couldn't figure out exactly where it went. And I could hear her. She started crying. I could hear her. And I was yelling, I'll be right there. So she heard me. And it took me it felt like 5 minutes, but it probably was like 20 seconds. And I got to her, but like she was really shook up. But it's got a lot of these areas where if they're older, it's not that big of a deal. But if they're real little, you don't know it twists and turns and it's hard to really see where stuff goes. So I don't like play areas like this. And the Universal had another one of the Fievel's Playhouse area that did the same thing. There's
no direct eye line to every place you can be in this place, and that. It's just, at least for those just very little kids, unless you follow them around directly behind you, there's no place to like look at them from below up above.
And even
like
if
that's kind of hard,
right? Even if you follow them behind them, it's like if you can't go down the slide, it's like how do you get back down there? It's just a lot of twists and turns, and it's just
I will say, just specifically on that instance, that did happen with me when I was just with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she, again, got freaked out because she didn't know how to get to me. She didn't know where to go. And this girl and this boy, they were probably like 7 and 9. They helped her get down. They're like, come with us. We'll help you. They were so nice.
Oh, that was nice.
I was like, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to get to her. It was just crazy. But anyway.
There's just a lot of stuff with it that, if you got real littles, personally, I would avoid this area. But it is available there. That's just me personally saying how my thoughts are on it. But there's also Jurassic Park games. So this is like if you've been to Dino Land at Animal Kingdom, it's like this. We got the carnival games.
Yeah.
So it's located just past Pizza Predatoria.
Predatoria.
Listen, there's a lot of T's in that. Predatoria. So you got carnival style games. Dinosaur Dash Up, Engine, which is the company inside of Jurassic Park World, Egg Nursery, Jurassic Park, Animal Control, Training Zone, DNA Sequencing, and Target Training Areas, and Hammond's Hot Shots.
Yep, they like
John Hammond was a hot shot.
I don't know if all of these are still here because again, it's been a long time since I've even looked at them. But they have traditionally been here.
They're most of those still there. Yeah, I don't see many people doing them, but I don't know how much the games are. Our kids always want to do them. Always like, no, keep going. Because if we win stuff, if I do this, I'm going to do it till I win something because I'm too competitive.
That is true.
And I also don't want to carry around like a basketball,
right?
Or like a giant stuffed animal, which we have 500 of them at home.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. So we typically don't do this too much, but we have done stuff like in Dino Land and things. But if you want to do that,
keep walking, keep going,
just, distract them with things ahead of them. There's also, I don't know if they still do this. There is a rock climbing wall.
It's gone.
It's gone. Okay, they're used to. I was trying to say they used to have one there, and it was like $15 to climb it.
So they took it out.
I wonder why. It's such a normal
August,
thing in a theme park.
Well, it was kind of like okay, so when you come out of Jurassic Park River Adventure, out of the gift shop, which we're going to talk about in a second, you go around the corner and you can go to a viewing area where you can see the plunge as the boats come down. But right before you enter that, there was the rock wall. It was just randomly put there.
It was there's also dryers outside, so if you get wet,
they do have dryers.
Dry.
Yep,
they're like full body dryers. But
but the rock wall is gone. So
I mean, nothing says Jurassic Park like, would you like to climb a wall?
It makes me feel like adventurous.
Why did
know?
what they should have done? Remember the first movie when the kid climbs the electric fence and then gets shocked off of it?
You want kids to be shocked?
No, I'm
off
saying
of
they
a
should have
fence?
themed it after like you're climbing the fence to get away from the T-Rex. I'm not saying you shock them. I'm saying you simulate the scene.
Do you? I don't know. That might be kind of scary for kids. They might feel like they might get shocked off the fence.
No, I'm not saying it's just the whole concept is like your time limit is like, oh, you got to do this in a certain amount of time before you know.
My gosh.
I'm just saying we theme it after dinosaur stuff.
This makes me nervous.
No, that's probably why it got shut down.
Probably.
You can't
Probably
do
it
this.
doesn't work.
I'm like, you're not being authentic to the property, sir.
Jared is all about authenticity.
You would love my lands. They'd be so authentic. Blow your mind. Anyways, that is all of the kid areas in the park. Quite a few in there. Okay, let's get into the shopping because there is shopping, as you might imagine. There's places to buy things inside a theme park. There is the Dino Store. This is located next to the Discover Center.
Yes.
And what is this?
Can I read what it says?
Yeah.
It says, in a remote corner of the globe, archaeologists discovered incredible treasures. They brought them here to Jurassic Park, and now you can excavate and purchase your very own dinosaur collectibles, toys, apparel, and books, plus fossil replicas and dinosaur-themed educational toys.
That was so nice.
I love the stories they give.
I know.
It's for a shop.
You know how you have little kids is when I see the word excavator, I just immediately think of
I'm an excavator.
I loathe Blippi so much. And those I out of all the things our children have watched, that's the one that was like, no, something else. We're not doing this. But luckily they don't watch much
anymore. We're into Peppa Pig right now.
Yeah.
We're Peppa Pig.
But I think of excavator and I just think of that stinking song.
Yep.
So it's forever ruined for me.
Me too.
If you've never seen it, think to yourself, just be lucky. It's not there. But
anyway, this is a store to buy things.
Thank you, archaeologists, for selling your wares that you find.
Exactly. Thank you.
Kind of you to sell them to us from this place. Also, we have Jurassic Outfitters. This is the exit gift shop for River Adventure.
Yeah, and it says this season, the most talked about fashion trends are Cretaceous. That's not how you say it. Cretaceous? Yeah, Cretaceous and Jurassic. Mix and match official Jurassic Park apparel, hats, toys, adventure gear, and more. The beach towels come in handy after the Jurassic Park River Adventure splash or to hide in the bushes from a 5-ton Mosasaurus.
It's
a lot of stuff.
A dual purpose use.
Honestly, there's a lot of stuff in here you can find at like the front of the park or City Walk, the shops, like the general stuff. But there are some stuff in here that you can't find anywhere else. So
true. And if you really like Jurassic Park, I mean, you can find some stuff in either one of these.
Yeah, when they had the 30th anniversary stuff going on, what was that last year? That was last year.
Yeah.
They had some memorabilia, some replicas, stuff like in the store that you could see. So
yeah,
they will do that occasionally.
Yeah.
But, yep.
All right. Well, that's all the things inside of Jurassic Park Land. So.
Yeah, I mean besides like little kiosks here and there of little things you can do. Like they used to have a face painting area over here. I don't know if they have it anymore.
They may still. They kind of have those pop up random places. Now, I guess what the question would ask. This is obviously we're just giving some straight facts about this now.
Straight facts.
Nothing else. No fluff. Do you like Jurassic Park Land? Like what's your view about it?
No, I like it. Like I said, we don't stop in here often because Jurassic Park River Adventure, I'm the only one that will do that ride in our family.
I mean, I've done it. I just don't like to get wet a lot.
Right.
So it's, yeah.
And we've done Raptor Encounter a few times. Unless the kids want to do the Pteranodon flyers, like our daughter, then we just don't do that.
Which she really doesn't like doing that much anymore.
It depends.
Sometimes she'll do it. Sometimes she's like, no, I'm good. But
Velocicoaster, I'm the only one that does that too. So, I mean, as far as attractions go for all of us, I feel like we may stop at the Discovery Center for a little bit for our son, or go to Raptor Encounter to meet the raptor, maybe stop in for some food. But besides that, we don't really spend much time in here. For me personally, yes, I love this land because it has a lot that I like to do.
Yeah. Well, one thing I should add, I forgot, they do have, when you're walking through, they've got like photo ops of like the Jeeps.
I forgot to mention that.
The T-Rex and like the Raptors, which our son, every time he walks by it, he stands in front because he wants his picture with it.
Oh, that's
which
true.
is really
he does
funny.
like
but
that.
yeah, so that part's cool. Like it looks, if you take the picture, it looks like the T-Rex is coming after you or the Raptor or something like that. So I think they have 2 of them, maybe 3. I think of 2 off the top of my head for sure.
Definitely 2.
But they might have another one. But you can have those are in there as well. But you gonna say something?
I was gonna say I do like the fact that they have an extra exit entrance into the land now, because Velocicoaster, when they built it like right below the Discovery Center area.
Yeah.
And so they made a like an extra pass through area to basically, if you're coming from Seuss Landing from that side of the park and you want to skip Harry Potter, you can go through Lost Continent area and like you can go onto the bridge here and like buy Velocicoaster and just completely bypass the Harry Potter. So I do like the fact that you can do that now and not have to go completely around.
And it cuts down foot traffic going into Harry Potter that just, if they don't want to go in there, it just saves, because that place is always so busy anyway.
Yes.
So
yes. Not
a bad idea. In terms of this land, I like it. I kind of feel like this land has always been very underwhelming of what it could be. I think of all the cool stuff you could do with this area, like especially with Jurassic World being like theme park themed, like it's a theme park about dinosaurs. I feel like, man, you could do so much cool stuff with that. But as it stands, like if you like dinosaurs, like it's fine. But for me personally, we're talking about like I don't like Velocicoaster. Done a lot of stuff I personally enjoy, but like our son obviously likes it. But for me personally, I feel like it could be way more. But at this point, I don't know what they're going to do with the Jurassic Park franchise. Because I don't really, from the movies, I kind of feel like they're tapped out. Like I think they're doing one more. I don't know what else they're going to do with those. So.
I don't think there is a Jurassic Park River Adventure anymore in any of the rest of the parks. They've all been changed over to Jurassic World.
Yeah.
So that would be the next step into changing that ride.
Like updating it.
Into Jurassic World, which I've seen the one in Hollywood, just online because I haven't ridden it yet, but it looks really cool.
I mean, that's the thing. If you redid that one and you added, like, say, one more attraction, and I don't know where you would put it, but theoretically speaking, if you added one more attraction here that was like a dinosaur related thing, it could be really cool. But again, like it does have the cool area when you walk into, at least from when you're coming from the Harry Potter area. It's got that big like you saw in the movie, the archway with the flames and stuff. So it has that, which and the music plays. So it's got some really cool elements to it. I've always felt like it could just do more, but
okay.
But they've added some stuff to it. So
I think it's decent.
It's a decent land. Yeah. You're right. It's a decent land. So, all right. Well, that's anything else you want to add about Jurassic Park Land?
I don't believe so. Just that I want to try Thunder Falls Terrace.
Yeah,
sometime soon.
We do need to try more food in here. We will do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Eating more different kinds of foods at Universal is something that we will be doing this year more, because we're kind of not behind or anything, but just like we're still trying to play catch up, because it's we haven't gone to Universal as much as Disney, and I've been going since I was a kid, but Jared hasn't, so we're just kind of like trying new things, and
we're working our way through it all. Yeah.
Yeah, Thunder Falls is on the list, so
it is on the list, and when we eat there, we will talk about it.
Will we?
I think that's the whole purpose of this whole show.
Okay.
Talk about the things we do in the theme parks.
Absolutely.
So that is everything for Jurassic Park Land 101. So that'll do it for the show today. Be sure, unless this is coming out on Monday, if you want to hear more, probably from me, I don't know if Jamie will make it or not. Allergies dependent.
We'll see.
We're going to be over on the Orange Grove 55 show. At least we're recording it on Monday. I don't know necessarily when it comes out. It may be live streamed live. I'm not really sure, but we're going to go over there to talk about a little bit of Epic Universe, and then kind of, I think the discussion there is going to be like, does Disney World need to rebuttal, or what they might do, sort of thing like that. So looking forward to that. And then we have the new live stream show on Thursdays that we're doing over on the YouTube channel at Captain Magic, and also live streaming it on Facebook over at Streaming the Magic's Facebook page. So you can catch it in either place. I think we're going to I believe we can live stream into Instagram as well.
We'll try.
We're going to try that, see if it works, and maybe eventually add like some other platforms. But for now, we're going to do that. So if you want to check a live stream there, go over. It's called Theme Parkin'. It's on Thursdays at 9 p.m. over at Captain Magic. So check that over there. You can interact with us. Well, like I said, it's a live stream, so we'll be in there. You can chat. You can super chat, all sorts of stuff like that in there. And if you want to check out more episodes, you can check out the Disney World version of the podcast. That's on Thursdays, where we talk about Disney World, of course. And Jamie also has Trip Tales, which is her trip report show. And on that one, when's the next one there coming out?
It'll be in April.
Yeah. So he's had 2 come out. So this is like the Joe Rogan of
2 parts
of Disney podcast things, or theme park podcast, because it's the 4 hours total.
Yeah.
So split up into 2 parts. So it's a lot of in-depth stuff about, if you're going on a trip, You hear from people firsthand, what they did and their situation. So you can, you can learn a lot if you're looking to go on some trips there.
Oh, yes.
And be sure to check us out on social media. We're at Cap the Magic everywhere except for TikTok. We're at Capture the Magic. And I think that'll do it for the show. So thank you, everybody, for listening and or watching. And thank you, Jamie, for joining us.
Thank you.
And as Jamie always likes to say,
we will see you in the parks.
Bye.